So everyone who is watching this.
With this group in particular, they are all about discomfort. Seeking discomfort. This is not for everybody.
Don't do this at home directly like copying. Don't do it. These guys are experienced.
He's able to withstand extreme cold.
This guy runs to the top of Everest in his underwear. He says it's easy.
Experts are baffled.
How is he able to survive?
Wim Hof, or as some of you may know him, the Iceman. He might well be one of the most unique humans currently alive. For the past 20 years, he's been breaking countless endurance records, mostly around his ability to resist extreme cold temperatures. From spending nearly 2 hours submerged in ice water without his core body temperature changing, to climbing past the death zone of Mount Everest barefoot, wearing nothing but shorts, or running a full marathon in the desert of Namibia without drinking water, he's surpassed what anyone thought the human body was capable of over and over. And for a while, that's what he was known for, as the Iceman, the freak of nature who breaks impossible records. But after a series of independent scientific studies, he's proven that with his specific training, we're all capable of pushing our minds and bodies way past what was thought possible.
Thank you.
And he calls it the Wim Hof method.
How is it possible for a human being to be exposed in an ice bath for 1 hour and 44 minutes?
Wim Hof is changing scientists' understanding of how the body works.
He recently shook the scientific community after injecting himself and a few of his students with the form of an infectious E. coli bacteria.
We saw less fever, he had less flu-like symptoms, and he also had lessened concentrations of inflammatory proteins in his blood.
Together, they fought off the disease through breathing and meditation, both of which are major pillars of his method, leaving the world confused and us, like many others, fascinated. While Wim may seem superhuman and a total anomaly to the human race, there are now millions of people around the world practicing his method. His records and his life raises the question, what if there is a world of untapped potential and all of us just waiting to be released? An ability to tap into deeper parts of our brain to regain control and willpower over our own bodies and do things we never thought we were capable of before. And so, after meeting Wim in LA a few months ago and hearing about all his claims, we were fully intrigued by the possibility of unlocking our full potential. We felt like we had no other choice but to fly out to his training camp in Poland and experience it in person. Our goal was to understand whether Wim is simply a madman with superhuman abilities, or whether he has actually made a groundbreaking discovery about what the human mind is capable of. We brought a group of friends and filmmakers to help capture the process, and even though we arrived in Poland with over 3 years of experience in seeking discomfort, none of us could have expected the wild journey for answers we were about to embark on.
And it begins. Vamos! Yes! Oh, it hasn't started yet. You don't have to wear a t-shirt. You can wear a jacket. Well, I'm acclimating.
We haven't done like the breathing or anything.
I went on a run last night shirtless to acclimate. This is good.
They turned off the heaters at midnight last night, and then it progressively kept getting colder and colder.
Were you guys
and I was like,
freezing?
wow.
I was freezing.
Yeah, my feet are freezing right
We're not in the snow yet. We're going to be walking in the snow.
They're talking about wood being cold.
I feel like Wim would give up on us if we told him we were cold.
Zach, how are you? You're refusing to kind of show any emotion about everything that is said and everything that is happening?
I'm just patiently waiting. Just because someone's message is good doesn't mean that the messenger themselves is like anything special.
He said you have to fully believe in order for it to work.
And the men's here.
Yes, that's me. I'm a simple man, yet I'm going to change the world. We are made to believe that a whole lot of things, a whole lot of crap is normal, like war and disease and mental disorders. It's made sort of playful, like, yeah, that's life. Life can be a tough bitch and all that shit. I don't believe that. Within 4 days, I will bring you guys into a state of mind more than ever you have experienced before, making you able to go in very stressful environments, like a freezing cold mountain, frozen over, in short, 4 hours in 4 days. It's not like a training, it's an awakening. And in this awakening, we show the world that we have so much more power already here, right now, and it needs just a couple of steps to discover.
When it comes to climbing the mountain, what kind of gear are we gonna have?
Yeah, just a couple of spikes under your shoes and a shorts, a little shorts.
Little shorts. Shorts.
Yeah, shorts enough to cover it all, you know?
How long is it gonna take to go up? We don't know.
Oh, it depends on the mountain. A mountain in sunshine is very nice. You can stay for hours, there's nothing going on. But you will not do that when there is a wind chill of 100 kilometers. It's like a whip on. You don't stay picnicking while a whip is going on. You just want to go as fast as possible, and maybe it's not even possible. The mountain is a mirror of our capacities coming up, and we got so much more within us, and the mountain will just bring it out. But before that is going to happen, we're going to prelude it with a nice splash. You better be ready. Are you ready? Do you feel ready?
Yeah, I don't know what ready for what, but yeah.
Okay, that's exactly what I need. In natural expression. Let's do this!
Let's go!
You want to ring the bells?
Ring the bells, man. Ring the bells, baby.
Right off the bat, we got a feeling that Wim had no intention of treating us like a regular group. Normally, he begins by teaching his breathing and meditation techniques that allow you to cope with the extreme cold, but his most recent study has indicated that this may be possible to be achieved all through the power of the mind. So instead of training us, he thought it'd be an interesting idea for the first day to start off with a real-life trial of that study by taking us straight to cliff jumping into ice water.
He doesn't usually do this where we go in without any breath work.
Oh, he doesn't?
Specifically, we've been told if you're in water without training, that temperature for 3 minutes, your body shuts down.
Yeah, I mean, all he said was to put on freaking shorts, so I'm assuming we're about to get really cold.
I'm down for the breathing and the training. I'm not down for the jumping with nothing and no training and no breathing, nothing. Just full-on noobs.
All right, we are about to go for our first adventure with Wim to the waterfall. We're jumping from 6 meters up. We have not done any training.
What about frost bites?
No frostbite here. That is in the long time exposure into cold. Going to do it. That is the one where we jump from down into the ice water. 0 degrees and floating. So it's colder than normal.
We're about to discover the definition of freezing your nuts off.
When it's flat, there you jump.
This is fucking insane. What do we do? Dude, I've never jumped in cold water. Why are we doing a cliff jump?
6 meters up, freezing shallow water.
Yeah! Stop! Oh, fuck. Good team.
Good team?
It's a bloody good team. Yeah.
Seek discomfort.
Power. Power is with us.
As we were celebrating completing his initiation, without us realizing it, Wim was carefully watching us, and our reactions were about to completely determine how our next 3 days would pan out. I've never like pushed my body like that before. Like every single voice inside your mind is just like screaming at you, like, are you insane?
You cannot think about nothing than surviving when you are in the cold. You don't think about your indulging into your emotion and your broken heart and all those things. You just gotta survive. Thus you learn to control your emotion.
Today when we went to jump off the cliff, you said that the anxiety and the fear that we're facing is natural.
Yes.
What would you say your relationship with anxiety and fear is?
Today was a great day because I saw not only me having fun at the waterfall, but you all did. This ball game is going to be good these coming 4 days. So how I'm dealing with this anxiety? There is no anxiety. There's only power. And that power is going to be ours. And it's going to be our mind. And my challenge these 4 days is to bring you to the full understanding by feeling of the power of your own mind. And send that into the world, that it is there. That we knock on your heaven's door inside, and that you are the master of your own brain. You are the owner of your own brain. Got that? Your own mind. Your own happiness, strength, and health is yours.
Our first day in Poland came to an end without training. We went to bed hopeful that the next day would finally start preparing for the intense climb up the mountain in 3 days. But when we woke up, we were told that Wim had other plans.